Hi, my name is Francesca Castoria, and this is my presentation on Folksonomies. So, throughout this presentation, we are first going to learn about taxonomies, because can't really go into Folksonomies without learning about taxonomies. We're going to talk about some of the users of Folksonomies. I'm going to go over some examples, and then we're going to weigh the pros and cons of Folksonomies, and in the end, we're going to connect Folksonomies with technical communication and information architecture. So first, taxonomies. Before taxonomy was created, there were taxonomies. A taxonomy is how information is grouped, classified, and labeled within a shared information environment. In general sense, it's how information is grouped together based on similarities and relevancy. Such as in this picture here, this is an example of taxonomies. This is the animal kingdom here. So first off, we got the whole kingdom, which is basically everything in the animal kingdom. And then in this hierarchical system, we're grouping like things together. So in the next category, the butterfly is not included because it doesn't fit the requirements of this type of hierarchy, this group. And then as we get more and more detailed and in depth, such as from class to order to family, it gets more narrow and more specific in a way. So this brings us to Folksonomy. So Thomas van der Waal invented this term in 2004. It's a combination of folks, such as people, and taxonomies, which is the hierarchical organization of items. So Folksonomies is where the users create their own tags to organize the different types of information, as we can see in this picture. Tags can be keywords, phrases, or any type of information that is relevant to the audience. Folksonomy is also referred to social tagging, according to Gartner Glossary. You're going to see why it's referred to social tagging as we go further along in this presentation. So who are the users of Folksonomy? So basically social media users. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Those are big places where Folksonomy is used. Basically anywhere where people hashtag items and posts and pictures. And then also any other platform that allows users to create their own tag to access information within the community, such as Flickr. So with Flickr, as we see here, the tag here, such as airshow, these are pictures that fit this tag that the community has labeled. So if you search under tags airshows because you want to see what airshows, what type of information is under airshows, this is the information that will be generated. So here are some other examples of Folksonomies. So these two pictures are from Instagram. Instagram is a big user of Folksonomy. A lot of users that use Instagram, they hashtag almost everything of their pictures. People learn new things. People go through posts because of the hashtag, the tagging, which is amazing. So as we can see here, if we are searching just marketing, the tags that come up, marketing tips, marketing agency, marketing strategy, marketing 101, and then you can actually see the number of posts or information categorized under that subject, such as under marketing tips, there's 2.2 million posts, which is incredible. And then you can view marketing agency, there's less, and then marketing strategy, even less. So then in this picture here, we see a woman, it looks like she's getting married, and she is holding flowers. It looks like a wedding day of some sort. So if we look here into the hashtags, I'm just going to pick some in general. Hashtag wedding photography, hashtag wedding ideas, hashtag wedding inspo. So basically, like I said, it looks like a wedding. So the hashtag is the user kind of tagging and organizing what this content is. So it's a wedding photography, wedding inspiration. So if anyone is looking for any of this, like let's say I'm looking for a wedding photographer and I go into this hashtag, I'll be able to see the content, such as this picture. So here are some other examples. So this one here is Facebook. So with Facebook, let's say we search hashtag World Cup. Let's say the user who typed this in is a sports fan that loves the World Cup and is looking for information on the World Cup. So Facebook is able to pull from its database different posts, events, anything that has to do with the hashtag World Cup. Anytime that was used, anytime a user put hashtag World Cup, the post or anything relevant to that will pop up in the search. So as we can see here in the public post, we have like the FIFA World Cup. We have someone feeling excited about it, hashtag World Cup. Fit was live, hashtag World Cup. So we can see all the times that the user has used this hashtag. This second example, this is from Flickr. So with this, the user is able to organize their picture into different categories. And also for users looking for, let's say, a certain category or tag, like I want to just view just anything that has to do with architecture. I could click on the architecture tag and that would organize all posts to just be architecture and nothing else. So then this third example here is Twitter. So Twitter is a big user of hashtag as well. A lot of people, they use their hashtag in regards to their posts, comments, or photos that they put on Twitter. So with the hashtag, we're able to even see what's trending, how many people have used these type of hashtags, such as in this example, the hashtag NBA Finals. A lot of people are using this hashtag because they're either excited about this, they're either there, or they're posting information that is relevant to this hashtag here. So now we're going to talk about some pros of Folksonomies. One big pro is the user input. So it gives the direct user, the owner of the content, to put the tags that they think best represent their content, rather than having a computer mislabel it or put something else that doesn't really fulfill what that user wants. The user is able to go in and see the information and they tag it based on what they think best represents that information, and they have their own power. Also with the user input, the language is relevant to the user and tags are terms that the user understands and can find, such as with the hashtag World Cup. We know if someone's a sports fan, a soccer fan in general, and they want to see the World Cup, they're going to be typing in hashtag World Cup and they're going to know what that means. It's relevant language to that type of audience and users. Another pro of Folksonomy is personalized classification. Like you saw with the Twitter example. The tagging is helpful in learning what topics or trends are popular and what's not. As we saw, the NBA Finals, that's very popular. That's trending #1 there. So we know also based on what the user has searched, like let's say if I was looking at the NBA Finals, all relevant information will be in regards to that type of classification. And I will get like more posts and stuff based on the NBA Finals. Also with the personalized classification, it gives more insight on the actual user based on how and what they tag content. So if we see a user tag the NBA Finals, we know that they're a sports fan, that they like basketball. So we're able to gather more information from the information architecture type of side and know more of who our audience is, who's using the products, and who's accessing our information and if it's benefiting them or not. So some cons of Folksonomies. Increased moderation. So sometimes when you give the users power, some people, they use it the right way, but some people let it go to their head, they take advantage of it, and they post irrelevant or inappropriate content. So on the information architecture side, we will have to make sure the architect moderates it and organizes information that might be mislabeled or inappropriate or anything. Because you never know. There's always the trolls that are just out there to just ruin it for everyone else. So we have to make sure that we stop them in their tracks, and if we catch content that is irrelevant, we get rid of it. Another con is the lack of hierarchy. As we saw with the taxonomy, there is that hierarchy with that animal going from a broad range to a more narrow range. With Folksonomies, there's not really that type of hierarchy. Everything's flat since all tags are equal. There may be more content in one tag than another, like more posts, but each tag is created equal. Another con is inconsistency. If a user misspells a tag or doesn't add a punctuation or adds an extra one, it can create a new tag even though there is a tag that represents the content. An example would be if a user types daisy flowers with a Y and an S for who knows why, instead of daisy flowers, the correct Y, this creates a new tag and the content is miscategorized. And then another example, as we can see here, love. If I want to hashtag something love, it's the same meaning if it's love with 1 E, 2 E's, 3 E's, however many E's you have, but the tags are different due to the spelling. As we can see here, the love with 4 E's has 200,000 posts under it, and then as there's more E's, there's less posts under it. So we can see there's not really any sort of moderation with the tags, and with people just labeling the tags how they want it. All this is the same content, but it's actually miscategorized, and it can actually be in just the love with just 1 E, that category, that tag. So connecting Folksonomies to technical communication. It's especially helpful in areas where taxonomy is not enough to organize information. Folksonomies fills in the gap for the data that cannot be tagged or organized, or anything that's just like unknown or it's just in a gray area. Folksonomies also help the information architect by viewing tags of popular categorizations, like I mentioned before, to help determine trends, to know what's popular and what's not, and to help the information architect develop the website even further to address and help that user with their goals and their needs when using the website. One source I also found very interesting was Jane Smith's Tagging Emerging Trends. With the use of Folksonomies, information architecture is evolving with tagging and organizing information, such as defining more structure with vocabulary, with words that are like uncontrolled. So it actually makes more structure, like knowing the difference between the word Polish and polish. So if I'm typing in like Polish people, we're able to see posts that relate to the nationality Polish people and not actually like polishing people. Another benefit that's evolving is creating auto-manual Folksonomies by combining algorithm and manual approaches. Auto-filling possible tags when the user is typing in a tag. So as we saw with the love, to avoid that creating too many categories, when the love first comes up, the first one, the user is able to just click on it since it's auto-filled, and then that helps also eliminates typos and misspellings as a result. Third one is leveraging communities by involving the users to reduce the noise and eliminate meaningless duplication in their tags. So kind of giving more, not control, but giving the community more of a way to help with the information architecture, because there's so many tags, so many information and content. It's so hard, and it costs so much money hiring more information architectures, designers, people to just moderating the posts. So by giving the community a way to review tags and seeing if things are mislabeled or incorrect, or even report relevant content, it's actually cheaper because instead of paying extra people, the community can do it, and it also helps us as a way. Tagging is also helping the classic problems of information architecture by helping people find and use information, making meaning from the assortment of language, and reducing the ambiguity. So that's overall the point from the Jane Smith's article, which I found interesting to read, connecting Folksonomies to information architecture and the future of it, and how Folksonomies help with organizing websites and data and information to make it easier for the user and for the information architect overall. So in conclusion, the future of information architectures improve with Folksonomies using tagging to help designers, developers, and product managers in solving the problems